What's going on, guys? Before we start this video, I want to go ahead and I want to talk to you about the subscriptions on the channel and the notification bell. Those are super important to us. You know, it allows us to build our audience and to go ahead and share this knowledge that we've kind of researched, and we want to give this to you guys. And the best way to really promote and get our videos out there is by you guys hitting that subscribe button. It's completely free. It doesn't cost you anything. This is all free entertainment. Like I said, hit that subscribe button down at the bottom, ring that little notification bell, and like the video. Let's go ahead and start it.
Hey guys, this is Lala at LaLa Farm, and this is Britta. She's one of our new babies here on LaLa Farm, and so we keep really close track of weight. We want to make sure that they're gaining the way they should be, plus it helps us to get an idea of average daily gain, which is important, especially for the bucks, and when we're getting ready to go to market, or if someone's interested in purchasing one, we can kind of give them an idea. So we have a couple different ways that we weigh our goats. You'll see Britta's got this little sling on her. This is called a lamb or kid sling. It's smaller than a calf sling, which we also use one of those for the bigger kids. This just holds them in. The strap goes around the front so she doesn't slide out. This cups her belly so she can just hang. And this is a type of scale that we use. It's pretty heavy duty. It's metal casing and all. I got this on Amazon, and we just hang it from a beam, and then we use the little kid sling to lift the goat with, and then we just hang it over the hook here, and that gives us a weight. And you can see she's well supported. I can take my hands off from her. She's just going to hang there, and that's going to give me her weight. And she's 12.5, which is pretty good for her because she was just a little thing when she was born. She was 4.8 pounds. We'll put a link in the description below for all the products that we use. Some of them I got from Amazon, some of them I got from Premier One and Jeffers, that type of thing, Valley Vet. So we'll put links in the bottom for all of them. All right. Now I'm going to try and catch one of the bigger kids, Fancy's kids, and we'll go ahead and get them weighed. And I have to get a whole different sling for them because they're so much larger. Okay, so this is Anita. She's our first doeling that was born on LaLa Farm. She's Fancy's baby, and if you remember, we had the Fancy Challenge. So her name's Anita. She is now in the doe pen with her mama and her brother full time. We'll be pulling him out soon because he's getting to that boyhood stage. So what we're going to be using to weigh Anita, we still use the same scale, but we're going to be using what's called a calf sling. It's for the bigger babies. It's easier to control them that way instead of putting them on the scale that we use for the adult goats, because she's still pretty small, so she gets pretty anxious and she dances around quite a bit, so we can't get a really good weight on her. So we still use the sling for her and her brother, and we still use the same scale. So we're going to demonstrate that for you. These ones, you just set them in there. There's no chest strap on there, which I wish there was. I think it would be better. So we may adapt that. My daughter's really good at sewing and that type of thing, so I may have her put a chest strap on there. That might help to stabilize it a little bit more. But in the meantime, loudmouth, Madeline is going to assist me in making sure that Anita stays in the sling while we're doing her weight. On this one, we do take 4 ounces off whatever the weight is. 0.4 is what we take off because that's how much the sling weighs, because it's pretty heavy duty. So, okay, so I just set her down like this, and Nene's gonna slide, Madeline's gonna slide that up underneath her, and what you want to do is make sure it's got her up under her chest all the way down to her belly like this, and then we're just going to lift her up. Woo, she's heavy. and we're gonna hang her from the scale here. And Madeline's just gonna watch the back. Don't touch her. We're just watching the back and watching the front to make sure she don't fall. And she is 26.4, so we're gonna take the 0.4 off, and we're just gonna mark her down as being 26 pounds, which is really good. She's pretty hefty. Her brother, one, is super heavy. He weighs about 10 pounds more than she does. Oh no, you're such a good girl. You want your mommy? Go on, girl. Okay, so you've seen us weigh our kids. Now I'm going to show you how we weigh our does. We use the A&A scales, which came very highly recommended. We had requested it. We had put a request out on Facebook to have people give us suggestions regarding scales, and then we researched it, and that's the one we chose to go ahead and go along with. This is our scale. They send this rubber mat with it. It's supposed to kind of give them a security of footing so they're not sliding around on the scale all the time. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. This thing slides all over the place. Doesn't make them feel very secure. So we're going to be taking this off, and we're going to be putting on some non-skid tape to give them more secure footing on here. When you're getting ready to weigh, what we do is we put one in the chute. We use our chute to weigh them while we're putting them in there, so anytime I have to put hands on them, I always get their weight if I can in the chute. And it allows us to do any type of shots or treatments or anything like that, trim their feet, stuff like that. So when you go to use the scale, this piece here connects into the scale right through here, and we've got ours hung here. And then when you're ready, before you put the animal on the scale, you want to turn it on and make sure it zeroes out. Ours is a 300 capacity. It will weigh up to 300 pounds. It's zeroed out now, so what we're going to do is we're going to close the chute up, and we're going to feed Fancy in and get her weight. Fancy is the first doe that we had give birth on LaLa's farm. You saw us weigh one of her kids earlier, Anita, her little doeling. And so we're going to weigh her now. I'm kind of curious as to her weight. She's been a phenomenal mama. She's done wonderful with her kids. So as you can hear, they're yelling for her and she's yelling for them. So we're going to go ahead and get her weight. And once we get her weight, then we'll show you how we do our bucks. Come on, Fancy. Come on, baby. Get up in here. Come on. All right. We're going to let her settle a little bit so that she can get 127 pounds. Awesome. That's really good for her being a mama and all. Good job, Mama. Yeah, she's still nursing her babies. Good job, Fancy. And then we just open the chute, and she jumps right out and goes back to her babies. Come on, baby girl. And that's the end of it. So now we're going to show you how we do our bucks. Okay, so earlier you saw us weigh the kids, and then you saw us weigh one of our does. And now we're going to weigh Einar. He's one of our sires, and he gets a little anxious, but he's good. He's a good boy. And we're going to go ahead and weigh him now. We have to move the scale over into the buck pen to do the weighing, because we don't want to have to drag them across an open barn, put them into the chute with the does, and then have to catch them and bring them back. So we just move the scale, much easier. So we're going to go ahead and get him set up on here. The bucks are a little bit more difficult to weigh. They tend to get a little skittish once we put them on the scale. So this is Einar, like I was saying. He's 12 months and 2 weeks, and he is a dual registered 100% New Zealand Kiko. He's registered with NKR and AKGA. So I'm going to go ahead and get him on the scale. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on. He's gonna fight me all the way. So. Alright. We're just gonna stand him up here. Let him calm down a little bit, and then we're gonna take our hands off. And he is right at 109.6. All right, good job, buddy. So that's how we weigh our goats here at LaLa Farms. We hope you enjoy the video. Be sure to subscribe and check out the links below to get information on our scales that we use. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.